Power rankings. Thank you to everyone who put their power rankings in for the new season. I'm going to go through them. I can't be asked writing anything down, so I'm just going to speak at you. I think it's easier, and hopefully I can get through it quite quickly. So, at 12, we have Skelly, the brothers Gronkowski. 9.4 average ranking, highest rank 8, lowest rank 10. Not ranked last at any point, but on average, you are firmly in the soup, the soggiest crouton at the bottom. Quick look at your roster. Aaron Jones, great running back. Herbert, probably drafted too early. I would have preferred to have seen you take Pittman. I think your roster looks a lot better with Pittman and another QB, but we are where we are. Outside of Chase and Jones, there's not much to like about this roster. Claypool might turn out okay. Julio, good late pick. There's just not much going on here. You're really going to struggle, and the votes have shown it. Up next at 11, we have Kinch, Renfro the Jungle. Highest rank 4, lowest rank 11, average 7.8. I think you've been hard done by here. I think your roster's quite good. You have Derrick Henry, who is going to be elite if his foot stays together. Cam Akers on a great offense, should be fine. Mike Williams, great pick. Josh Allen, sweet QB. You've got a lot of pieces here. A elite tight end might help you out. Get yourself some Travis Kelce. Push yourself over and out of the soup. On the bench, we have some nice pieces. Harris, Williams, Hines. All good running backs. Marlon Mack might be okay. Receivers wise, Renfro is good. The Wilson in New York should be fine. Kirk as well. I think you have a much stronger roster here than your ranking. I think you've been hard done by personally. Next up, we have Numbnuts, the inevitable disappointment. Someone ranked you third highest. Someone ranked you last on average 7.25. You're firmly in the soup with the rest of us. At 10th place, I worry about this roster. Connor and Hunt. Connor was fine, but he relies on touchdowns. That should regress. Hunt will be great if Chubb goes down. It's just as likely that he goes down, though. CeeDee Lamb needs to be the number one in Dallas now. Judy, his situation improved with Tim Patrick going down, so I like that. Terry McLaurin with Carson Wentz. Pittman was fine last year with him, so I think that'll be okay as well. Mark Andrews, second best tight end in the game. He's really dragging your score up, I think. On the bench, Rashad Penny helps you running back room. I like Raheem Mostert. I think he's underrated. He's going to be good for a long touchdown every now and then. Backup receivers, though, are very, very rough. Boyd, Golladay, not good. Watson is injured as well to start the year. Aaron Rodgers doesn't like rookie wide receivers. I don't think this is going to end well for you. I think I would have ranked Kinch higher than you. I think Kinch has been hard done by. I would have put you lower. Next up, we have me, the Champ Socks. Highest rank of 2. Someone loved this roster. Lowest rank of 11. Someone hated it. Average is out in the middle. We have on my roster Monty. He's fine. A bit of a workhorse running back. Diggs and Debo, great wide receivers. Should both be top 6 guys by the end of the year, especially with Debo's new contract. Wide receiver 3 is a problem. Elite tight end, he is available in case I haven't mentioned it. We have QB wise, Tua and Max Jones does not inspire joy, does not inspire confidence, but that's something we can fix as the year goes on. Backup running backs, we have a lot of dart throws from what I can see. Chase Edmonds will fill a gap. In the meantime, hoping that one of these rookies comes good. I don't actually hold my breath, if I'm being honest. This is a worry. I would have ranked my roster below Kinch for sure. A lot lower down. Chris Olave, he might be okay at wide receiver by the end of the year. We will see. Next up, we have at number 8, Damian Hipper to the D Hopper. Highest rank of 2, lowest rank of 10. Another one that splits people on his roster. Running backs wise, Najee and Josh Jacobs, they're fine. Josh Jacobs got good usage in the Hall of Fame game, so we might see something good. I worry about Kyler Murray. Man can't study. He needed it in his contract that he had to look at film for an hour. It's pretty embarrassing, to be honest. Receivers, Allen and Moore are fine. They won't score touchdowns, but they'll rack up the yardage for you in the catches. Darren Waller is good. We have on the bench Ronald Jones. He might be the guy in KC. Good backup receivers: Myers, Tony, Rondell Moore. They all should be fine. Backup running back is where you struggle. Jones and Spiller. Who knows what's going to happen there. Next up, we have Matt All Barkley, no bites, the Hall himself. Highest rank 5, lowest rank 11. Someone did not like this roster at all. Looking at this, Barkley, all the reports are good, but the same can't be said for Gibson. He's in a terrible situation. Lamar Jackson, he will be fine if he's allowed to run. His receiving room is bad, but his strength is running anyway. AJ Brown, let's not beat around the bush. He's going to belong to Connor by the end of the year. Pittman, you got an absolute gift from Skell getting Pittman at the 5th pick, but works out for you. Hawkinson, perfectly serviceable tight end. Wide receiver 3, Thielen will fill the hole. Parker and Chark should be fine, but nothing really inspires huge amounts of confidence here. Running back, you've got Melgo and Mitchell, who will be perfectly fine as your backup running backs. Kenneth Walker for next year as well. I think in general, this is probably the line where I would say Kinch's team is worse than this. I think Kinch should have been higher. But I like this roster. You should be fighting for a playoff spot for that 6th place. Possibly sneak in, possibly do some damage if the missile stays healthy, and you can sort out that wide receiver 3 spot. Next up, we have joint 6th place. We have Ed and Jim. Javonte's Inferno and How I Met Carve Your Mother. Highest ranks of 3. Jim had a lowest rank of 10. Ed had a lowest rank of 8. It's these two rosters are very similar, and they're floating to the top of the soup. If we look at Jim's roster first, Alvin Kamara, it looks like his suspension's been kicked to next year. Breece Hall, he's fine at 101. I actually like the roster the way it's constructed. Pat Mahomes is good. You've got the running back that you needed. The strength here is the wide receivers and your bench. You have Jalen Waddle, who's going to catch so many passes this year. DK Metcalf, he should be good for a long one every now and then. Cortland Sutton, I love in Denver with Russell Wilson, and you've got a perfectly serviceable tight end in Dalton Schultz. Your bench, just get rid of Deshaun Watson, man. No one wants to get fisted in the anus. AJ Dillon, great. I love Ramondre. I love Damian Pierce. Your running back benches are fantastic. I love Rashad Bateman as a backup wide receiver. Dubs as well. Romeo Dubs in Green Bay. He's getting so much good press. Same with Sky Moore and KC. You've got some serious pieces on this bench. Some great dart throws who I can see you selling those for good picks by the end of the year. Looking at Ed's team, he's got Tom Brady, great QB. Javonte Williams, he will be great this year, as will Leonard Fournette. Good running back room there. I can see those guys being top 12 guys for sure. Tyreek Hill, yeah, he's in a worse situation, but he's still the cheater. He's going to be fast. He's going to catch long bombs. He'll be great. Marquise Brown, if he stops getting arrested, will be fine. Elijah Moore as well. I quite like him. He's going to catch a lot of touchdowns. Depending on Zach Wilson, he'll be okay. I like Kyle Pitts. I don't like him with Marcus Mariota. You can probably improve that tight end position. On your bench, you have a couple of good shots there. So Etienne, he should be coming back. You've got Tolbert in Dallas. They have a very thin wide receiver room, to be honest. So he could actually have a role. Michael Gallup is obviously elite. Pickens in Pittsburgh has been getting good press as well. But with Deontay Johnson's contract that he's just signed, maybe that falls away. But yeah, some good shots on here, especially Dalvin's brother or cousin or whatever he is. He could be great in Buffalo. So yeah, some good shots on this bench. Next up at 4, and we're getting to the top of the soup now. Mikey D, heck of a team. Highest rank of 3, lowest rank of 7. Looking at his roster, I quite like the roster. Russell Wilson is fine, perfectly serviceable as a QB. Two great running backs. Austin Eckler, especially in PPR, should be fantastic, providing he stays healthy. Dalvin Cook, same thing. He's already hurt his pride in camp, getting carted off and coming back. We have Devontae Adams, great receiver. Juju in a great situation as well. Like him or not, Zach Ertz is in a great situation in Arizona as well. So that's three guys that should be good in their respective teams. Devontae Adams is going to see a lot of passes, and Juju, if he gets the job, will do as well. In terms of the bench, Marquez Valdes-Scantling is my guy. Greg Davis is Skelly's guy, but he is actually quite good. Backup running back is where you struggle a little bit. So Robinson, J-Rob, we'll see what Etienne does. There's good reports coming out from camp for him. Tyler Badie in Baltimore as well, Beatty. He is getting good news in the form of bad news for other people. So Gus Edwards struggling, Dobbins on the pup as well. That is just good for Beatty actually getting some touches and possibly helping you early on. But you need something behind those two guys, behind Eckler and Cook. Next up, we have Connor, the Factory of Sadness, the least soggy of the croutons. Highest ranked 3, lowest ranked 8. He has been ranked very high. Looking at his team, Dak Prescott should be a top 6 QB. Running backs, both are solid. You've got Swift, you've got Chubb. Provided they stay healthy, they'll be fine. Both had some injuries last year. I worry about Swift's leaky brain, but it is what it is. I think you'll be okay there. You've got Zeke on the bench, and you've got Singletary on the bench, so you've got some good depth there as well. Wide receivers, the news has been nothing but good for Higgins and Godwin, and you've also got on your bench Devontae Smith as well. So your starting wide receivers are a good set. I do like T Higgins and Godwin this year especially. Bench-wise, depth-wise, there's some people who are going to get cut here. So Landry, Gage, you don't really need those guys. Donovan Peoples-Jones as well. I think you could probably do with a backup wide receiver better than what you currently have. Maybe Drake London comes good, but Marcus Mariota is not good. You could really push this roster over the edge and start looking at competing for that title and raising yourself above the soup. If you just speak to someone about Travis Kelce, he is available in case you don't know. Next up, we have at the top two left. We are well above the soup here. We have Mark Corderella Story with 2.75 as his average rank. Highest rank 6, highest rank 1, lowest rank 6. This is a classic Mark roster, to be honest. It is very strong. You've got two great running backs leading the way. McCaffrey, if he stays healthy, is an absolute beast. Mixon is great as well. He sees a lot of action. Jalen Hurts will be a top 6 QB this year if he keeps a starting job. Receivers wise, possibly the only gap here is Cooper. I worry about him with Jacoby Brissett all year, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Mike Evans and Robinson will both be fantastic. Robinson especially is a great steal. And George Kittle as well. He's fully healthy. He's got the Trey Lance stack, which I can see you using to great effect this year. Cordarrelle, good backup at the running back position if he's still used. A couple of guys you don't need here. So McKissick, Edwards, Henderson, they can all go. Tony Pollard, he could have the job by the end of the year. Your receiver options, Michael Thomas and Isaiah McKenzie, they are both very interesting. If we get prime Michael Thomas back, that's real scary to add to this roster as your wide receiver 3 over Coops. McKenzie, when he played, he got a lot of play from Josh Allen, and that's a pass-heavy offense. Bad news about Tim Patrick, but he can be cut. He wasn't a major piece for this roster. That means at number 1 we have Nick. The Rojo Appreciation Society, highest rank 1, lowest rank 2, with an average of 1.2. That means a lot of people ranked you as the highest rank, and with good reason. It is a very, very strong roster. Joe Burrow, Joey Buckets, he might have some regression from last year, but he should be fine. You can strengthen that position, if you really wanted to. Go after Josh Allen, go after Mahomes, or go after a low-ranking team, get their QB off them. Jonathan Taylor, great. J.K. Dobbins, you've had some bad news with him, with the pup, but news is he's going to be ready for week 1. We'll see about that. Receivers, very strong receiver room. Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp should be the wide receiver 1 and 2 by the end of the year. Deontay Johnson did have a worry about his contract situation, but that got resolved. The only real hole on this roster is tight end. So Dallas Goedert you've got, and you've also got Dawson Knox. He had a good year last year. To really lock in and cement that number 1 position, just buy the title, get Travis Kelce. It's going to be the best tight end this year. Bench wise, depth pieces. Miles Sanders is fine. Chuba Hubbard is. It's interesting because he hurts your main competition if CMC goes down, so he might be someone you want to keep on your roster. Khalil Herbert, you could keep him or cut him. He might be used a lot, but he's possibly a cut piece because you'd probably rather keep Algier. Lazard is great as a depth piece for wide receiver. You might even end up starting him over Deontay Johnson. Laviska Shenault can go. Treylon Burks, I didn't see the need to make this pick. I don't think he'll be that good as a rookie, and I don't think you'll end up keeping him. So I think this is a bit of a wasted roster spot, but I might be proven wrong. He might be the next coming of Julio Jones. John Mechie literally has cancer, so he can be cut from your team. And Dawson Knox, you like I say, tight end position, possibly look at upgrading it. But yeah, that's your number 1 roster. It's definitely powered by Jefferson, Kupp, and Taylor. Hopefully RB2 doesn't let you down. Hopefully QB doesn't let you down. Hopefully tight end doesn't let you down. But that is a strong roster. Those are your final rankings. Just remember, I didn't put you here. I didn't vote in these myself. Your league mates put you there. So have a go at them. Don't have a go at me. Enjoy.